So the biggest costs as per now will go for feeds, and the feeds, so this was our profit. So in week 1, each bird consumes around 10 grams. Okay, so 10 grams times the 100 birds, so that will be around 1,000 grams, which is 1 kilogram. So the second week, each bird consume around 20 grams times the 100 birds, that would be around 2 kilograms. And the third week, each bird consumes around 30 grams times the 100 birds, that will be around 3 kilograms. And the fourth week, each bird consumes 40 grams times 100 birds, so you'll find that you have used 4 kilograms in feeding the birds in the fourth week. So the fifth week, you're going to use around 50 grams each bird times the 100 birds, so it will be around 5 kilograms that you'll need to buy settled for the fifth week. So times the 7 days of the week, you're going to get around 7 kilograms times the 7 days, so it will be around 7 kilograms. So for this one will be 14 kilograms, this will be 21 kilograms, and then this will be 28 kilograms, and then lastly will be 35 kilograms. Yeah, so when you add the total feeds that you need to feed throughout the brooding period, that will be 105 kilograms of the feeds in total that you're going to need to buy. Now in Uganda particularly, each feed costs around 2,000 Ugandan shillings. That is about that's about 57 cents. So if you're going to spare, it's actually less. So we're going to use the very maximum value, like in terms of price. So it's mostly 1,300 Ugandan shillings to 1,500 each kilo. But then we're using 2,000 Ugandan shillings. That's about 57 cents. So the 105 kilograms times the 2,000 Ugandan shillings, which is 57, that is 0.57 USD, it will be $210 Ugandan shillings. That will be 210 Ugandan shillings, which is approximately 60 USD. So the money that you're going to use for buying the feeds is 210 Ugandan shillings or 60 USD, plus the money that you're going to spare aside, you spared aside for buying the chicks. So each chick is around 2,000 Ugandan shillings. That's another 57 cents. That's 57 USD. So each chick, so you're going to, let's just add on together. So 210,000 plus the 200,000. This one is money for the chicks. This is money for feeds. So this is for the feeds. These are for the chicks only. So that will be around 410,000 shillings. That's about 100.18 USD. Of course, there are other miscellaneouses that is unavoidable. For example, buying the vitamins the first day you bring the birds, buying charcoal. But in my case, we are going to make the charcoal on the farm. We have lots of trees that we can use for making the charcoal. Buying, the brooding pots, buying this wire mesh for separating the brooder, in between the brooder partitioning, brooding paper. Maybe you need to buy the wood shavings or the litter for the brooder. But luckily, where I am in Uganda, I don't need all that. I can afford all those ones as local resources. So my greatest expenses would be the feeds and the chicks, plus other miscellaneous which will take me up to, I'll spare around 500 shillings, 500 Ugandan shillings, 500,000 UGX. That will be around 142.8 USD. So approximately, this is my expected expenditure for my plan, expecting this profit at the end of the project. Now the birds take 7 months to mature. If you're going to break down, so we have month January, February, March, April, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So these ones I've just written numbers to represent the different months of the year. Now, if you look at the lifespan of these birds, they take about 7 to 6 months to reach the market weight that you can sell them off. Which means I'm going to target. I want my birds to be ready at the time when there is festive season, when there is good market. So what I'm going to do is deduct 7 months from December. So I'll need at around June, I bring in my birds. So the first day of June up to the last, that's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 and 7 months, I'll be ready to sell off my birds at a very higher prices when the markets are available. The other target is to target the Easter periods. As Christians, there is the Easter period or the Ramadan for Muslim fraternities. But targeting Easter periods, which is in April, which means I'm going to put my birds in October. That's day 1 of October. That's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4, 5, 6, and 7 months in April. I'm going to be selling off my birds. So that way they will be ready. The brooding takes about 5 weeks. Yeah. So 5 weeks, just literally like 1 month and only was. So my brooding period only goes from June to July, the first week of July. Yes. So in these other months, before I bring the other young chick, we shall have given enough time for natural disinfection of the brooding room. I'm choosing local birds because I'm not going to shelter them. You see, in most of the African society, we have trees in abundance. We have trees. So most of the African villages, it's very hard to find a village that does not have a tree. So I'm going to utilize that chance that we have lots of trees actually in my dad's land, that the birds will just sleep up there. So 100 birds is not a big burden, because even him on his farm, he had been rearing like 100 or more of the local birds, but currently he doesn't have. So I've asked him and he has allowed me to utilize some of the trees. So I'm not going to consider housing. That is a big step ahead.
I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, smash the notification bell and crush the subscribe button. That way you never miss out on any upload on the channel. Catch you very soon with another one.